Good night, and welcome to Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufriere FM. It is Tuesday, the 30th of January 2024, and the time is now 8:13 p.m. Apologize for our late start. I want to welcome in studio with us tonight Honorable Emma Hippolyte. She is going to be giving us some information on different issues tonight, different topics tonight. It's going to be a very interactive program. We want to welcome all those of you joining us on radio on 88.5 Soufriere FM, those of you joining us on YouTube Live, and of course, those of you always keeping it locked onto our Facebook live chat. We want to welcome all of you on. Good night to you guys. We want to shout out the various communities, as we always do. Give a shout out to all our valued listeners throughout the diaspora of Soufriere today. And we want to start off with St Jacques. We want to thank you guys for listening and keeping it locked on to our Let's Connect program in St Jacques. So good night to you guys in Mini. Good night to Mocha. Good night, Belvedere, St. Philip. We want to say good night to you guys in Boaden, those of you in Havre-Claire, those of you at Espérance. Good night to you guys. Good night to the entirety of St Jacques tonight. Hope that the weather is treating you well. We want to say good night to Colabet, good night to Crestlands, good night to those of you at Zeno. Hope that your evening is going well. Good night to New Development, Palmis, Forbenier. Good night to Diamond. We want to say good night to Bouton. Special shout out to Miss Calixter in Bouton. Hope that your night is going well as well. We want to say good night to the folks in Sulphur Springs and Margaret Tooth. Those of you at Wingsville, those of you in Forcaco. If you're at Boulevard Street tonight, good night to you. Church Street, good night as well. Special shout out to those of you at Lenny's Hill and Market Road, and big shout out to our folks down in Barron's Drive. Hope the seaside weather is good tonight. So I want to welcome you once again to our Let's Connect program. We want to also remind you, you get a chance to win a grocery voucher, $50 grocery voucher, just by listening in and participating in our live chat tonight. So don't be afraid to say hello, give us a shout, tell us something, participate in the conversation, give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, and you might just win. You answer a question and you get a chance to win as well. So tonight is going to be great. We're going to be starting off with condolences going out once more to the family of Mr. Innocent Amab. Last week, we had to announce his untimely passing, and we want to once again send our greetings to his family, his friends, his former colleagues, the members of SAT as well, those persons who worked with him in the foundation. We want to extend condolences to all of you. I do believe that Honorable Emma Hippolyte would like to echo my sentiments.
Yeah, especially in the passing of Mr. Imab, as you know, he was a community man and a community activist, as well as a teacher. He touched the lives of so many people in Soufriere. He played a vital role in our culture, being a member of the Soufriere Action Theatre. And I really want to echo what you said in terms of condolences to his family, his children, his siblings as well, because as you know, Mr. Imab, his family and my family were raised together up at Upper Victoria Street, so we go a long way. So you know, when you look at what is happening to us, when I look at Raymond, who's my brother who has just passed, then you had Human. This anniversary is just tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You look at Imab. You start. It causes us, give us a moment to stop and reflect, to see where we are in the transition. You know, we know we are here as pilgrims, but the reality just, when it happens, the frequency and the way and the manner it happens. Mm-hmm. Then you have the passing of Ian, that was very sudden. So we're just saying condolences to the family and to say that my prayers are with you. It's a difficult moment, but just rest on the comfort that we are here for a short while, and while he was here, he did what he had to do. So his memories will live on in our respective hearts.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And he was very, very affectionately known throughout Soufriere. As you said, he touched so many lives. So indeed, it is a great loss to the community. So once again, condolences to his family, friends, and former colleagues. We want to let the community of Soufriere know that the funeral for Raymond Hippolyte will be tomorrow, Wednesday, the 31st of January, at 2 p.m. at the Miku Catholic Church. The I forget the name, the something shrine, St. Lucy's Shrine Catholic Church in Miku at 2 p.m. And there will be a coaster leaving from Vieux-Fort and also another coaster leaving from Soufriere. I'm not sure of the time for Vieux-Fort, but yes, Soufriere is next to Hippo's Minimat, or better known as Haynes Shop, by the church from 12 p.m. What time will the one be leaving in Vieux-Fort? I guess 1 p.m. Yes. So 1 p.m. from Vieux-Fort. Do we know the location where it will be from the square? The Vieux-Fort Square, yes. So Vieux-Fort Square, 1 p.m. Soufriere by Hippo's Minimat, 12 p.m. Okay, so the funeral is at 2 p.m. in Miku. All right, so those of you who can make it, those who cannot make it, there is also a link available for the live that you can watch online. Available, you can find it on our Facebook page as well as the constituency office's WhatsApp status. And you can also request it from the Soufriere constituency office at 731-3234. We can send you the link directly. All right, so persons who are willing to or wish to attend virtually, you have that option as well. All right. We want to thank those who did attend the funeral of Ian Hippolyte last week, Thursday. He had a wonderful turnout. We want to thank the community once again for turning out in large numbers, showing your support. It was greatly appreciated. Okay, we want to remind persons that the deadline for the COVID relief assistance program is tomorrow, the 31st of January. Do we know whether or not the program, there's not going to be any more extensions? That's correct. No, the deadline is definitely
tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And maybe what you can do is to give them an idea, those persons, if there are any persons who have not, where do you get the link?
The link is available on the government page. It is also available from request. You can request it as well from the Soufriere constituency page, but also remember the Soufriere Access Center is available to assist persons filling out the form if you are not able to do so on your own. If you don't have internet access or computer access or smartphone access, you can visit the Soufriere Access Center or the Soufriere ICT Center opposite the Copper Factory. They are able to assist you in filling out the form. All right, so once again, good night to all those of you who joined us and those of you following with us live on our Facebook chat. Good night to you, Miss Philomena Lamontagne. Shout out once again to Bouton, the Bouton community. We want to welcome all those of you listening, those of you who have not said anything. Remember, you still have a chance tonight to win a $50 grocery voucher. You need to participate in our chat. You need to share the post. You need to inform persons that we are definitely on every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Let them know that they can come on and interact with the program. Let us know what you think. If you have had any difficulties with the COVID relief program, or if you want to clarify anything, if you have any questions regarding it, we are able to answer tonight. So please send your questions in to the chat. Also, if you are requesting the link, once again, the number is 731-3234. That is the number for the Soufriere constituency office. We can forward the link to you, or you can visit the Soufriere Access Center for assistance. Right, we want to also thank all the JPs of Soufriere at this time who have been assisting. They've been doing a wonderful job assisting persons with that program as well. So big shout out to the various JPs in Soufriere. We have Mr. Marcus, we have Mr. Motut, Mr. Cagney, Mr. Sentence. That's those that I am aware of. If there are any others, please feel free to inform us right now on our Facebook live chat. Let us know what other JPs are available. Tomorrow is the deadline, so we want to make sure everyone knows where they can get the assistance tomorrow as the final day to finish up the applications. All right, so if you're a JP or if you know anybody who's a JP who was not mentioned, please let us know in our Facebook live chat. All right, we want to talk a little bit about the public meeting which was scheduled for Saturday, January what was Saturday's day? The 27th, Saturday, January 27th, which was postponed due to the inclement weather. And who knows, probably we would have been stranded in Ancillary if we were not able to return to Soufriere for landslide or something, if we had managed to get there. So small mercies, and God was looking out for us in a timely fashion. We want to, one question we want to ask you, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, is there anything in particular that you had planned to speak about on the platform during the public meeting? Any announcement that you can share with us now, or anything that you know that the Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, was planning to say that maybe you can give us a little summary of?
No, don't forget, we are still going to have the meeting.
Yes.
So I do not want to preempt the Prime Minister's address. But what definitely we would want to do, because it is 2.5 years since the Central Labour Party administration has taken the reins of government. And what the Prime Minister and the other speakers are going to do is to articulate very clearly to the people of St. Lucia what our government has done for the people. When we came before the elections, our manifesto made a promise to put the people of St. Lucia first, and every action that we have done since then is putting the people first. And I must tell you, from Soufriere to Ancillary to Canaries to Cashmere Central, throughout the 17 constituencies, there are programs that has been implemented, all focused, all people-centered programs. And as we look at it, we felt it is important to have a conversation with the people of St. Lucia to tell them exactly what the government has done, what the government is doing, to provide a status report on some of the programs. For example, Prime Minister would speak as to where St. Jude's is at the moment, where we are at. Prime Minister is going to speak on the program for our youth, where we are definitely trying to bring in a professional football league to address our young men with all the talent that they have, and to try to give them a small income while they do that. We are going to speak on the whole issue for within the Ministry of Commerce. If we have to speak, we're going to speak as to how the government of St. Lucia have assisted small businesses more than ever before, and to tell you how we are cleaning up some of the hurdles in that program, because we know we've introduced that program for the first time. We know there are certain hurdles. We would like it to be a lot faster, but we are doing this where you have central government being the Ministry of Commerce working with an external agency, the St. Lucia Development Bank, and some of the real issues that has delayed the delivery of the program a bit. We might pretty soon, we have a cabinet, a parliamentary session in Parliament in the coming 2 weeks or so. I'm hoping there that I can announce the date of the second calling. So what we are doing there now is to iron out all the kinks in that program so that we can have the second calling, and with the second calling we're hoping to do things a lot faster. So I really want to encourage persons who have not applied for the MSME loan program but who are desirous of doing so to prepare their plans in the meantime, so that when we announce the date, then you'll be able to present. So Reneata, one of the things that we need to continually do is to remind our listeners of the requirements. What are some of the things that you have to present in your application? There's an application form,
which has to be presented in duplicate. Yes. I know that was one of the issues. People would keep one copy for themselves. It's in duplicate, so you need 2 copies of the application form for sure. You need to have your national ID. Yeah. You need to have your business registered. That's one thing I wanted to bring up tonight. We need to make sure our businesses are registered. I was so happy during the COVID relief program that several persons came forward and their businesses had been registered already. We want to give you guys a big shout out for that, doing that already. So get the process started
now to go to the ministry and get their businesses registered.
Yes, so we want to encourage you. The steps, it's not that difficult. It's not a difficult process. And if you start now and you do it online, you might even get it done faster now. instead of having to be going up and down to cashews, there are several ways you can get it done. There are steps of the process that can be done virtually, through email, through different measures. So you can start the process now, and by the time, like Honorable Emma Hippolyte said, by the time that the announcement is made for the date that you have most of your documents prepared for your business plan, you must have a financial projection. That is a requirement. You also need to have a utility bill in your name or in the name of your business. So if your utility bills do not come on your name, you need to get a letter done with the person's name, authorization letter, that sort of thing, and a copy of their ID. So there are different requirements. We can always, I'll have to make sure I touch up on making sure I know all the requirements. I'll have to make sure I get back into that, and start working on your business plans. That's one of the most important aspects: your business plan and your financial projection, and getting your business registered. These are the main components that you need to worry about. If you don't have your ID sorted as well, make sure you have a national ID, either passport, driver's license, or national ID card. So if you don't have that, I know some people are having some issues with passports, some issues with birth certificates. So try to make sure you have your ID done with your correct name, correct spelling of your name. These are the type of things you need to work on. And it might seem daunting, and we don't want you to be scared of it. If you start the process now, you do it one step at a time, you will be able to succeed in time to get it done. One step at a time. If your business is not registered, that one might be the one that will take the longest. Start that one now. Register your business. Make sure your business is registered. Okay, so you need to visit here in our house. That's the business registry. Third floor at here in our house. And you need to go there first to do your name search for your business name. So come up with a name for your business. You need 3 options. So if option number 1 is taken, option number 2, option number 3, think of 3 names relating to your business that you would prefer for your business to be called, and then you go through the process of the name search as the first step. So that is what you need to work on right now if you have not done so. If you need any assistance, we are here to help you at the Soufriere Constituency Office. Once again, our contact number 731-3234 if you have any questions. All right. So
speak on the MSME loan program. We'll also speak on the youth economy, where again we are assisting the young persons in terms of starting the business, and different things. You'll have the housing program that has started. You'll have different things coming from this government. You will hear the challenges that we have in terms of the road networks. The government has made a commitment that 2024 is the year where investment, especially in roads, are going to take place. You will see some changes. You will see the road between Cashews and Soufriere. You could see that the work has started on that road. So things are coming. So these are some of the things that the government will be speaking to you on. That is critical for us. That is critical. What again, the government, I know, the Prime Minister informed us that at the moment, the government is conducting various surveys within the community. So we encourage you, when persons come in at the moment, please answer the questions truthfully. Don't say you're not sharing information. It's important for us as a government to know how we are performing, and we would like you to give an honest feedback on that, so that we can correct the areas where we think we need to improve. And saying that, just before I came here, I was at the hairdresser, and there was a whole discussion on Liberty FM about sugar. So I really feel it was an interesting conversation, because it is part of it seems to be having a calling program, and the gentleman is saying, "Well, we have kilos many people blame because the pani sick, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel it's important for me to stop
Make
a
a
while.
statement. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because some people I know, I saw some Facebook page
There was a
where
meme. There's a meme going
where
around.
somebody said that I am incompetent to calculate my
Oh, they
right
didn't say
person.
incompetent. They said incompetence because the person in
Oh,
themselves was very incompetent. Anyways.
anyway, but I just feel we needed to take a little discussion on sugar, the availability of sugar, the availability of flour, the availability of rice. I think just for a conversation, because you could see the persons who are calling, I guess it's okay to have a question, but they were not sure where they were. Um, and I know, for example, from my ministry, we've had several announcements, and the person felt the ministry should just come out and say, well, we will have no sugar for X period or Y period. But that is not really how it works. What I want to tell you is the government, through the Ministry of Commerce, is purchasing those three critical items on behalf of the consumers of St. Lucia. And the consumers being John Public, the mom and pop who's buying a pound of sugar, as well as the manufacturers, the persons who are, for example, the Winwood and Dewey Brewery, all the drinks they are manufacturing, Viking traders, all the people who have factories. We also bring the products for them, especially the white sugar. They use a lot of the white sugar for this. And even when I met with the bakers just last week, they informed me that they too use a lot of the sugar, not only for the cakes, but they also need sugar to cause the bread, to bake the bread, which was interesting. So I'm saying we have that responsibility as a government to bring sugar into the country. And what we do every year, you have what you call the Government Tenders Board, and within the Ministry of Commerce, there is a department called the Consumer Affairs Department. And what they do, they send out tender. You must go through tender to purchase these items because of the laws that we have, the Finance Management Act. So we go out to tender and persons reply, the suppliers reply to say, you can get X metric tons of sugar at $10, $12, whatever the prices are. But what we have done in the region, we have traditional suppliers. Our traditional suppliers are Belize and Guyana in a very big way. Now, one of the things, so we, after the tenders come in from the different suppliers, it goes to the ministry. The Consumer Affairs Department looks at it and presents it again to the tenders board, and decisions are made as to how we allocate the purchasing of the sugar. But one of the things I must say that, for example, you have Guyana that has agreed the quantity of sugar that you want and the period that they're supposed to ship it, not only the quantities. So we draw up a contract, it says what quantities of sugar to deliver when. But after you have signed this contract, what we are finding now, because of the challenges on the international markets, the supplier is not delivering the sugar that we have a contract with the contractor for, is not delivering it on time. And they create a lot of challenges. Sometimes they tell us, well, the crop, because of what you call it, supply, the weather patterns.
Okay.
That was not, they did
not favorable weather.
Not favorable weather, so they did not get the production they expected. Different reasons they provide. But we also know there are other reasons for it. I need to tell you that because of the whole broken supply chain issues, the market, not only for sugar, rice, or flour, the market for different items have changed. So you might have a supplier that has come to a contractual agreement to sell, for example, St. Lucia, a bag of flour at $144. But that contractor might get somebody else asking or making an order where they can sell that same bag of flour not for $144 but for $200. So what do? We suspect that what they do,
They're selling to
they
the
just
other
don't
person.
they just don't meet their contractual obligations to you at 144, and they just sell it on the open market at 200. So these are challenges that we are facing. You have vessel issues, you have container issues. So when I heard the gentleman saying, "Well, put the blame on X person or Y person," that's not how it works. Because if you come to the ministry tomorrow, there is a contract with X supplier and Y supplier. And the next step is, okay, so they didn't deliver that particular item. They'll say, we will deliver it in 2 weeks. We cannot deliver it in this week. We'll deliver it in 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks, then you have to go and see whether there is a vessel available, because you come into containers. And that is how it goes. Now, one of the things I was told, as somebody says, well, we go to St. Vincent and there's sugar there. Yes, St. Vincent might have gotten brick bulk cargo. What we have done for last year, for example, when our contract, the supplier did not provide the sugar when needed, we got sugar from St. Vincent. But what we did not tell the general public is that we got it at almost twice the price, the contracted price. And government, that's what people don't understand. They just see, you see, they just see the sugar on the shelf.
But the process to get it there is not known to them.
We that's not, we try to deal with it on the end. Now, the other thing that happens when the sugar arrives there, what is happening is, we assume that persons are purchasing more sugar than they need, and
they're doing a lot of bulk buying, bulk buying, and panic buying, right?
And what it does, it impacts the little person who can only buy 2 pounds and so on. So there are a lot of challenges. We have met with the manufacturers last week, and we have given them permission to come in with their own sugar. We have gone beyond our policy and say, we are allowing you, we are giving you permission, we will give you permission to come and get your own sugar. Now, this has its own implications. And
I was just about to ask, wouldn't that mean that they can then raise their prices if they purchase the sugar more expensive?
Exactly. So I just want people to understand the issues that we are facing. So the suppliers, in order for them to keep production open, would go on the open market and they can purchase that sugar and at more than the contractual price that we have now. So they will not get the sugar or at whatever the price we have. They might get it at that price, 50% more, 100% more. That is going to have implications for the cost of the products that they are producing. I just want us to start thinking of some of the issues that we are dealing with, so that when we have a conversation, we have an intelligent conversation. C'est pas juste où bagay la et quoi si ça cycle c'est $100 là c'est mon pas voyer cycle descend à l'air nous tenir contract avec yo. Quand gouvernement nous ni pour aller à l'autre pays et garder tout cycle. De l'air gouvernement pour nous mettre cycle encore va sur shelf là. De l'air gouvernement ni pour payer 2 fois pour ya nous acheter from contractor. Mais nous pas capable bourser pour y avoir toutes les premier ministre là et gouvernement a prend décision nous pas ça bourser ces bagages ça là by malheureux. Mais les places que nous pas capable double ça toutes les nous on pas capable catcher les qu'on juste faire ces bagages là c'est qu'on aisé qu'on hier. Depuis Covid venu tout bagaille à la terre a changé. Parce aussi l'année de la guerre, l'année première la guerre Ukraine Russia, ça c'est la presque toutes ces familles forces là qui a sorti. So ça a affecté plus familles forces. Covid là as well ou tous ces bagailles là, tous ces containers, tous ces bagailles qui a sorti China, tout bagaille affecté. Pour y a nous de payer pour porter un container, il monte bon 3 fois pour y a. Un container bagaille sorti China qui te coûter $3,000 il vient presque 12,000 $. So, avec chaque bagaille qui a affecté, bon, ça pas simplement affecté sik ek Parliamentary Force ek di li. I ka aussi affecté pour l'autre bagay ou ka wè en négociation. Moi vle lè wè ou nous tout lè nous koute news là, nous commencer à apprécier lè nous ça ka fait à Panama côté de l'eau actuellement sec, ta sec. Et c'est bateau ni pour du bout. Yo pas ça passer vite comme avant. Ça a mené puis bagay monter parce que si bateau ni pour prendre une semaine pour arriver côté Calais actuellement il a prendre 2 et 3 semaines. Puis ça a fait puis négociation puis haut passer hier à présent. So moi voulais c'est moun commencer à apprécier ça qui fait depuis en novembre nous avons premier jour après inflation stakeholder conversation pour moun commencer à apprécier les nous rapporter négociation sorti l'autre pays toutes ces bagages là qui a affecté pour ya si même passé à moitié assise et commencer à parler et puis Chamber of Commerce yo tout ka Small Business Association, mam yo ka aidé. Tout ces moun nan en business là, ni difficulté. Alors moi vle nous cette lycée, les nous assis et Chile, chaque lè nous ka des autres. Gardez on mettez un pied figue à terre, mettez des plantes amadoz à terre, mettez un pied laitier à terre, nous ka dou ça toute lè. Apprécier un pied bois on y a la cour à présent. Parce que des lèvres au cas blé et maintenant mon camarade si on pas ni l'argent dit ça parce que un chai parole ignorant qui a parlé oui mais ouais because mon pas accordio pas catchiller même bagay là ou pas dit là est-ce pas ni l'argent en poche est-ce salaire supermarché les 26 là même bagay là c'est même manière gouvernement ni l'argent pour payer pour cycle si pas ça joindre mais ça peut venir. Ça c'est même manière. Alors moi je voulais nous commencer à tirer en paix et regarder qui manière ça c'est qu'on ce côté là terre à présent et qui manière ça nous ça fait côté nous pour mener un soulagement. Un cher mon cadeau la fait cycle là whether il bon ou pas bon mais ça nous cadeau là présent nous besoin cycle là pour différents bagages. So les cycle là venir nous joindre moi quand nous déjeune en 1000 bags vini from Semesan là il vini là nous pour commencer à mettre timiette qui ça nous ka bay ces bakers là pour assurer ces bakers là ni pain nous pour faire décision ça qui ça nous ka chen pour ces moun à l'hôpital là qui ça nous ka bay ces moun à tini l'usine là pour ça produit alors pour moun continuer le travail et puis aussi pour ça produit c'est va produire. Ça alors soit ce gouvernement un ministre commerce la n'y chay bagay qui ni pour fait là où c'est bagay la fait c'est pas tout bagay yo va parler venir du peuple là tout là mais moi ça c'est staff là nous ni ka weste yo ga dans ce moun ha ti travail et yo ga di pas ça continuer travail parce que c'est top stress pour joindre pour faire ces bagay ça là yo ni pour commencer garder tout au la terre pour regarder qui manière nous ça joindre pour ces bagages là c'est dans un bail là nous voulons à dans une manière côté puis nous ça payer pour ces bagages là nous so moi quoi moi c'est important moi dire ça nous ni faire une first là qu'a fait J4 nous content nous ni un contrat avec l'usine before nous ni aussi nous ni un contrat avec l'usine Saint-Vincent nous ni pour ni contrat avec différents usines parce que ou pas ça mettez ça va que you can put all your eggs in one basket nous ni pour supporter local factory mais même du temps nous ni pour garder timiette from door so si on passe à baili nous ca joindre from l'autre side là moi just veux dire mon gouvernement a continuer supporter ça c'est farming first ça gouvernement a payé ça farming first $144 $144 il a vendu by ces bakers là pour $85 ça est important parce que si nous pas fait ça prepare like plus haut toujours passer. Et puis moi besoin de Chile même si mon a des cadeaux la ni site tout pas tu vois. Dio là yo ça mané pour ces bagaille là à c'est les autres pays yo pas dire. Gouvernement aussi actuellement là regardez pour un container gaz 20 pounds gaz là. Gouvernement de l'air a supporté ça par $20. Là les nous a fait nous même qu'à les autres pays pour ça. Il plus bon marché ça ici. Parce que le gouvernement a mis $20 là où chaque container, à chaque cylindre de gaz acheté, le gouvernement a payé à d'abord. Moi, je veux apprécier ça s'il vous plaît, et puis je veux point affaires qui a fait au la terre, qui met plus sérieux. Là, on va travailler pour garder qui m'a multiplier. Actuellement, là, nous avons parlé toutes les sous minimum wage. Nous avons parlé que ces jeunes négociants, le Premier ministre a parlé, le ministre a parlé, pour garder qui manière nous ça fait salaire qui met plus haut. Mais moi, je veux dire, nous pourquoi ça finit discussion ça là parce que nous pas voulons nous prendre décision négociant voyer moun la caillou. C'est pas ça nous voulons. Nous voulons moun mieux travail pour ça acheter manger pour mettre à sous table.
That was a very important revelation that we just had tonight. I want to thank Honorable Emma Hippolyte for that, and we're glad that that topic was brought up while you were doing your hair so that you can able to come out here tonight and give us that rundown. So we want to encourage persons to look beyond the tip of your nose when you're thinking about how things are happening in the country. As we just heard, there are so many underlying issues, overwhelmingly underlying issues that has to be considered in terms of something that you might see as simple as a pound of sugar or the cylinder of gas. Last week we did announce that it was now $39 for the 20-pound cylinder of gas, and that is all thanks to the St. Lucia Labour Party government doing the subsidy on gas. So we want to thank them for that. I do believe that's the price until the 14th or 17th of February, something like that. So right now you have a chance to get your tank of gas at $39, and I think that that is a wonderful thing, especially coming out of the holiday season. A lot of persons used a lot of gas and were just probably about to need a new tank. So it came at a proper time for us to be able to be thankful as well to the government for that. And we want to also say kudos to the Ministry of Commerce for bearing with all the harassment they must be getting regarding sugar. And and like you said, it must be a mental strain on a lot of them. So we want to encourage them and thank them for the good work that they're doing. So big up to Ministry of Commerce tonight and all the workers there. I know you are working very hard, determined to make sure that everything goes smoothly. We want to shout out those of you joining us late on our program. You're listening to Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufriere FM. Our guest tonight, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, the parliamentary representative for Soufriere for St Jacques, as well as our Minister for Commerce. We want to say good night to you, Miss Fancy Bowens, always keeping it locked from St. Vincent. And Miss Fancy, put a pound of sugar on a boat for me, please. All right, thank you. Good night to Miss Annie. Good night to you, Dwayne McKenzie. Thank you for joining our program. I think that's the first time I'm seeing your name. Good night to you, Miss Cheryl William. Good night to you, Miss Camilla Jean. We want to congratulate Miss Camilla Jean on winning our $50 voucher last week. John Williams says gas is $36. Okay, thank you for the correction. It is $36 now. So we want to thank the St. Lucia Labour Party government for that subsidy. We are able to get our gas at under 40 EC dollars. So that is good news, wonderful news. We did not touch base on it, but I wanted to give a shout out to the government once more in terms of the maternal health benefits that have been going on. I know a lot of persons are very happy about it. A lot of persons are so grateful for the assistance that they have gotten during the time of their pregnancy. So I want to shout out the Labour Party government for that assistance to pregnant mothers. Okay, so shout out for the maternal health program that is going on. I'm not sure where we're at with universal health. I know there were several announcements, meetings, different things happening, but do we have any updates? I'm not sure if you have any update on that specific thing that you could share, universal health coverage.
Well, universal health coverage, as you know, we are implementing it bit by bit. As you know, the coverage that already existed
for
that was
diabetics and
introduced
hypertension
by the St. Labour Party is the medication for diabetics and persons with hypertension. Before that, you needed to have both ailments in order to get the medication. Now you could have either one and still get the medication. So we have that, and that's important. The issue of maintaining and checking our pressure is a crucial issue for us. And I think later on we'll have some programs on that. Then you have how to control the blood glucose. That's another issue. You now have maternal health care and having those persons getting this free medication. I know that the minister is looking at including treatment for snake bites. I think that's the next one that we're trying to put on because of the implications. As you know, you need very urgent attention, urgent care after you have received a snake bite. And now it seems that we have the snakes all over the island.
Yes, there's a development in different parts of the island and causing them to migrate to other parts of the island. So yes.
So that is, I know that area he's thinking about to deal with that. So let us move from UHC to independence.
We have the battle relay coming up, started in various communities already. I know there's a lot of excitement in Soufriere for the battle relay. So that's happening we get it on the 7th at Victoria.
In the evening, I think it's about 5 o'clock. So we invite people to be up there. We will have a very short ceremony up there and some entertainment based on the flyer that I've seen. And then we have
the grand relay.
The grand relay on the 8th.
Yes. So I know a lot of persons are ready. They're excited.
Asking all of Soufriere to come out. And it's a very important event for us, because sometimes when we have something, we don't appreciate it. Only day before, yesterday, the minister indicated that Grenada has now followed us and is having something similar.
Wow. So, we're definitely implementing the latest trends.
Yes. So we want to thank Minister Richard Frederick and his ministry for introducing this. And what it does, it brings a national pride, getting our people to understand who we are as St. Lucians and to cause the ordinary man to participate in something where we unite the country. And I think it is so very important. This year for us in Soufriere, we are placing an emphasis on agriculture, on tourism, on the environment. So I know most of the hotels will be participating in a big way this time. So all of Soufriere, please come out. The schools usually do a very good job in terms of coming out. So I want to thank the teachers for whatever activity and events that they're going to put through. Speaking about events, I know this Sunday,
we celebrated the arts.
Celebrated the arts
with a tribute to our Nobel laureates. Right. And if your child participated in that activity, give them a round of applause right now. From what I saw, the children put on such a wonderful program on Sunday, and they definitely deserve that round of applause. So if your child participated right now, give them a round of applause. They did a wonderful job. We want to shout out all the teachers, all the parents, all the students who came out, everybody who participated. You all did a wonderful job. Great job.
And give kudos to the SRDF.
Yes.
For bringing this.
For that initiating this program. Yes, it was wonderful. We want to make sure that we try to celebrate our Nobel laureates every year, and we want to encourage our students, because the next Nobel laureate could very well be from Soufriere. You never know. We want to encourage the parents to follow through with your children.
I think it's and I think when I addressed them, I mentioned that I would like to see us doing so much more in Soufriere to provide the opportunity for these young persons to come out, those persons who have skills in the written word, in the spoken word, in dance, to give them an avenue, a continuous place where they can display and sharpen and improve their talent. That's critical, because it is through practice that you become better. So to me, it is an issue that we have to think. We also have to, I'm not sure whether you have mentioned that, Reneata, but Independence celebration this year will be held in Soufriere. So I want all of Soufriere to participate and be excellent hosts. We have always been an excellent host, but this is a very big thing for us. It's the first time for us, so let us come out on the 22nd. The military parade will be in Soufriere at 9 o'clock, God willing. So please come out and pray for good weather, and let us turn, let the eyes of the world and the eyes of St. Lucia to be on us. I want to also mention that on the 17th and 18th, we know for Kudme Soufriere, we had one of the activities for Kudme Soufriere was the painting of the cemetery wall. That was not completed. It started but not completed. I've spoken to the artist, Mr. Simeon, and he has proposed, I think, the 16th and 17th of February to continue that exercise. So I really want persons to come out to assist because it is a huge project. We also want to continue the work we started inside the cemetery with the various tombs to actually paint it up and beautify it. The council workers have been doing a great job in terms of cleaning, but they have a challenge in terms of keeping that grass down. So they are there with a team doing that, and next week, God willing, they're going to do some, concrete cement work, because you have some of the tombs that have disintegrated a bit. So they're going to try to sort of do a little bit of fixing before
stabilizing
the various graves before we paint. So I would encourage people from Soufriere to really come out and make an effort. We have the pin there. Come out and start coming, fixing up and beautifying the grave of your loved ones. It is critical that we do that.
I want to just run back a little bit to our battle relay. Persons who have interest, we don't want you to stay back and say you did not know. If you are interested in participating in the battle relay, please see Miss Krishna St. Bryce or visit the Soufriere Town Council so that you can put down your name or let them know that you have interest, see where they're missing somebody in which location, see if you can fit in, or if you'd like to join a certain area and participate with that area. Please do not leave yourself behind. We want as many people as possible to participate. We invite you to go down to the Soufriere Town Council or to speak with Miss Krishna St. Bryce about participating in the battle relay on February 8th. Okay, that is next week, Thursday, I believe. Next week, Thursday, the 8th. So, and we also want to once again invite you to Victoria on the 7th at about 5 p.m. when we have the handover coming in from Choiseul. Okay, so the battle relay is just the first leg in our independence celebrations. Like Honorable Emma Hippolyte said, on February 22nd, we will be having the military parade in Soufriere at the Soufriere Mini Stadium at about 9 a.m. All right, so we want you to come out in your national colors, blue, yellow, black, white, and be patriotic, celebrate with us, show your pride, show your national pride, and support the local activities taking place in Soufriere. It's not always that we have so many eyes on Soufriere for reasons other than tourism. So we want us to give our best, bring our best selves forward, participate as best as you can, show your national pride. I want to encourage all of you who are listening to come down and do that. All right. So in terms of the relationship we have with our children and encouraging our children, I want to make sure persons are aware that there is a TV show that has been recorded by local artists, local influencers, social media influencers, called Bonding. It is on NTN every Tuesday and Thursday. I do believe they've been out for about 3 weeks now, so there should be about 6 episodes. You can also find it on YouTube. So it is almost like a little bit of a tutorial on how to relate to children during different reasons, different issues, how to speak to them, how to to discipline them. So it is something we're encouraging all our parents, our students, our children, grandparents, persons who interact with children in any way to pay attention to these programs. They're being put together by our local artists, our local social media influencers to help us to raise our children up better, to help curb crime, help curb the various issues happening in St. Lucia. So check out Bonding. It is on NTN every Tuesday and Thursday, and you can find the episodes that have already aired on YouTube. So Bonding, Bonding. You can check that show out, and hopefully it will give you some tips to help you with whatever issues going on within your home, within your school, within your situation regarding any children in your life. Okay, so we want to encourage you to pay attention to those programs. And we want to also let you know that we are at the 4-week mark in the Intro to Accounts class offered by NRDF and in collaboration with the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation. And also NELU has a representative in Soufriere in the personage of Mrs. Caitlin Alsay, who is a teacher at the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School, and they are currently offering some courses. We are asking for persons to register. If you want access to the flyer with the listing of available courses, I do believe there's a massage therapy course, a cake decorating course, there's tiling, I believe, as well. So there are various courses available. If you want to get the flyer with access to contact information as well as the listing of available courses, you can also request that from us at the Soufriere Constituency Office. Telephone number 731-3234. We want to encourage persons to register for these classes. When they need, I believe, 12 persons for each class. So unless we get 12 persons registered per class, the class cannot take place. So please register for the classes if you have interest in them. You can get more information, like I said, from Mrs. Alsay. The contact number is also on the flyer. You can also find it on our Facebook page, Soufriere Constituency Group, as well as 88.5 Soufriere FM's Facebook page, and also Miss Caitlin's page herself. So NELU offering some courses in Soufriere starting in September or August, I believe. But you can register. If you register early, you can help them prepare for the class because they do need at least 12 persons minimum per class. So please register for these opportunities. We do not want these opportunities to pass us by. Okay, so please take a chance on yourself. If there's something you're interested in, go out there, try and get it for yourself. We want to congratulate those of you who have already registered. Okay. Any further comments from you, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, regarding the independence activities?
No, I know, for example, the night of the 21st, we will be having a flag raising ceremony here in Soufriere. And I know that it's also going to take place in 3 other constituencies. So I really want to invite persons out that particular night. You'll be hearing more of it, but there's a flag raising ceremony on the 21st, the night of the 21st. So we are really inviting you to come out to do the baton relay. There is also on the 1st of February, which is Thursday, I know the Ministry of Education has a national awards event up in Castries. So I want to take this moment to congratulate all of the persons from Soufriere.
Is that the Jimmy's?
No, it's not the Jimmy's, it's education.
I was like, don't tell me the Jimmy's is not that. Okay.
Jimmy's is tourism. But the Ministry of Education has some national awards, maybe for the person's performance in the last exams and so on. So we want to congratulate the teachers and the students for that.
All right. Before we sign off, I still have to award our prize for tonight. The question, let's see who was paying attention. Honorable Emma Hippolyte gave us some in-depth knowledge in the sugar supply chain. What are the 2 countries that she named that are chiefly responsible for us getting our sugar? And I do not mean St. Vincent. So the 2 countries that she named when she began when she spoke about where you chiefly get our sugar from, 2 countries, please name them. I am hoping that Dwayne McKenzie is going to be the winner because he's the first time speaking in our chat. So I'm giving him that opportunity. I want to remind our past winners that you are not eligible to win, so do not participate. And so also, speaking of February 1st, for persons who are not aware, that is my birthday. So I am welcoming all gifts dropped off to the Soufriere constituency office. I am celebrating my birthday on February 1st. Also, I forgot to mention on our last program that Creative Flourish, the business that I launched last year, has officially celebrated 1 year as of January 22nd. So I do have a few samples that I am trying to give away to persons. So I need persons who are interested in registering as a customer, just registering as a customer, and speaking about what product it is that you are interested in. You might, if there's a sample size available, you can get that sample size for free, so to celebrate our 1 year. So if you're interested, let me know that you're interested in signing up as a customer for Creative Flourish. Creative Flourish supplies over 350 certified organic products in terms of skincare, makeup, sports nutrition, nutritional supplements, and home care products. So in a celebration of our 1 year anniversary, you are eligible to win yourself some free samples. So let me know. All right, we have we have several answers. It seems persons were definitely listening in on the program. I have Miss Cheryl William with the answer Belize and Guyana, followed by Miss Agatha Nicholas, Guyana and Belize, followed by Miles Montego, Belize and Guyana, and Danica Prevost, Guyana and Belize. Danica, you are ineligible. You won 2 weeks ago. So I'm sorry you are unable to win. I know who Miles is. This is your first time speaking on our program, Miles. Let's see. So are we awarding tonight first time listeners, first time speakers, or are we doing a sweep out?
There's 3 of them, so let's see. We should have 3 vouchers there.
All right, so let's see. So 3 vouchers: Cheryl William, Agatha Nicholas, and Miles Montego. You have won yourself a $50 grocery voucher. I will be contacting you to let you know how you can pick up your prize. Yes. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. It's not Danica that won. It was Dana. I'm sorry, I got a mistake from the names. So.
Okay.
Okay, so Danica, you are eligible. Okay, I apologize. Thanks for letting me know, Dana. So Danica, you are eligible. All right, so the 4 of you, Agatha Nicholas, Cheryl William, Miles Montego, and Danica Prevost, not Dana Prevost, Danica Prevost, have won themselves a $50 grocery voucher from our Let's Connect program tonight. We want to thank all our listeners for tuning in, and thank you so very much for keeping it locked on to 88.5 Soufriere FM. Until next week, Tuesday, where we'll be back with another exciting program. We want to wish you all good night. Any final words from you, Honorable Emma Hippolyte?
Yes, thank you, Reneata. What I would like our viewers to do as well is to send you, during the week, issues that they would like us to speak on, that impacts, or issues that impacts their community, so that we could come either give responses or speak on the issues for them. I really want, because it's a two-way, when we say Let's Connect, it's two-way communication. So we invite our listeners to ask questions, make comments, tell us what is needed in your community. So send, it's good to send that information or question before the program. So when we come in, we will be ensuring that we address your issues. Also, that we want to encourage you to share the link with others. Spread the good news that you have a government that is working for you, the people, as well as you have a parliamentary rep that wants to address your issues.
All right. Once again, good night, everyone, and join us next week, Tuesday, on 88.5 Soufriere FM at 8 p.m. Good night.
You are the finest girl. You bring the fire. You are
88.5.
Hey, Ashensia, big up Soufriere FM.